What in the world? What?
Our ship disappeared. Joe!
Joe! Joe, bring back the ship! What are you doing?
It's too much.
I thought you guys were on board, and I had.
Did you see our names? This is the worst group of pirates.
Did you hear us calling any commands?
Nope.
You
I
didn't
was
see
like,
us
I
on
am
board.
going
You
to
didn't.
commandeer. I decided to commandeer the boat.
Man, first we lost Emmy, now like Joe's abandoning us. Tabitha, where did we find this crew?
They're in materials or something.
Joe, are you still on this ship?
Yes, I am. I am straightening out. Oh, you're here!
Yeah, we're
Get
here.
here. How'd you guys get here?
I found
The
a
mermaid brought us here.
Oh,
And they're still shooting at us.
really?
I hear shots. Am I crazy?
No, I definitely heard something.
It gives me the option to rejoin the previous session.
Oh, right over there. Is that not a ship over there? Oh, it's like a congregation ship.
Oh, I am overboard.
Wait, what? Why?
Oh, the ship's on fire! The ship's on fire!
Why?
The ship is on fire because nobody sails without the entire crew. So Joe, have
And
fun.
There's massive holes in the boat, guys.
Oh no!
You steal the ship, you
Okay.
suffer the consequences. That's right. You steal the ship, you suffer the consequences. Hang on, let me shift myself around. Here we go. Show off my well, you can't really see it because the lines, the morning sun coming through the window, but I printed out some Fantastic Four artwork, available to you, the people, and even the coloring pages for the members. But if you take away the Let's Color and the pencils, that's what my beautiful poster looks like. Oh my gosh. But hello. I hope everybody is doing well. Please be sure to hit the like button on your way in and subscribe if you are new here. But I'm Dreaming Tabitha, hitting off the morning with some chibis. I wasn't sure if I was going to do some traditional artwork this morning or if I was just going to stick with digital. But because of some upcoming projects that I have, I figured I would just stick with digital. We're going to get back to traditional artwork. I have missed it. It's been a hot minute since I have... I don't know if you can even hear the music that's been playing right now. I'm just gonna, that's fine. Let's just leave it the way it is. I haven't done traditional in a long time. Baby girl was very invested in that intro. Oh, I know I need to make some more. I need to make some more fun fan art of the gaming streams. Who knows? Maybe tonight. By the way, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Not on this channel, but over on my Kick channel, and then over on my Dreaming Tabitha Gaming channel, we are going to be having another crazy golf tournament. Crazy golf, like golf with your friends, crazy tournament. We've got a gaggle of folks that are coming in. It's going to be a hilarious time. So set your watches to stun. Actually, I'm going to throw my gaming channel if you prefer to watch over on YouTube, or I'm going to get to saying hello to everybody in just a second, but let me pin this here. And then, hope everybody's doing okay. Hope you slept all right. Let's get back to, hang on a second. Sorry, this is one thing I should have thought about. I should have thought about that. How's the sound coming through, by the way? How is the sound in the message? Hopefully it's not all warbly. All right, there we go. But I see you over there, Retro Collective and Alasia. And over here on the YouTube side, we have DL throwing everything but the kitchen sink at us today. Get us good morning. Hello, Spider Unlimited, JM the Elite Fan, Jonathan Reyes, and then there's me. And then there's everybody else. And then our wonderful, awesome, amazing lurkers that are in the chat, of course. I don't know, do I have there it is. We got our lurking Carls. You can throw in my lurking Carls over there in the chat. speaking of Carl, we need to get back to the book, do we not? We need to get back to the book. And we will be bringing the book back here soon because I would like to do so much more with that. I have been in a little bit of a whirlwind of ideas and progress, and it's taking me places where it's like I don't know. I need to get like one of those giant calendars for my wall and be like, okay, this day you do this. It's almost like if I have that visual, then I don't have to think about it and my brain is free. Actually, that's exactly what it is, and I need to do it. I have this wonderful planner that's super cool that has like doodling pages that I never get to, which is terrible. And then it also has like all these things like to jot down notes and other things for every day, water planning and everything like that. And it's been super helpful, but I think that I need to see like a giant thing on my wall. And that's where it is. Rizkin for the Biscuit is hopefully, God willing, going to be joining us for the madness tonight, along with Know Me Without You, Smooth It DJ, Moss, Sevi, and Loud Noises, Untamed Mando. And I don't know if anybody else is going to join us, but I'm looking forward to it. So, artwork. Let's get into it. And then there was something I wanted to discuss with all of you, something that came up in my YouTube feed this morning. By the way, thank you for all. I am drinking out of the mug of the intro video. There's my little character. There's Nomi drowning in the background, and then you can't really see Joe. She's right there. She's dancing. By the way, thank you for all the love and the hate for my Sydney Sweeney art piece. I even got a comment yesterday on TikTok that says, man, when they say conservatives can't do artwork, they were right. It's like, who says that? Not Mando. She scares me. Hey, Grape. She scares all of us, but in the best kind of way. But it's just like, who says that? I have never heard somebody say conservatives can't do artwork. Like, you can disagree and not like what I do, but that doesn't mean that conservatives can't create art. It's like, it's a gag, it's a spiel. But I got a lot of fun comments over there too, as well on the TikTok side, where people were just laughing and saying it was hilarious and whatnot. But hey, anyway, golf hot shots. Like, what is that? Is that like a drinking game? I don't drink, so I'd have to make it like lemonade or something like that. Hi, Canalus. Hello. Okay. So for an upcoming project, I'm going to be doing like another one of these like informational short video things. And spoiler for those that, you know, I'm going to be doing it about popcorn and the history of popcorn and cinema. So I thought it would be fun. This is why I also have my my canvas vertical like this. So it'd show up better on like the cell phone aspect. And so I thought it'd be kind of fun to draw my character, my chibi, as myself as a chibi eating popcorn. I think that would be fun. I don't know who else would it would be kind of cool to see. Like, I was trying to think, like, can I make it gimmicky? Because it is kind of fun watching people freak out over a chibi. I don't think, let me see. Do I have that? Let me, I tell you. Let me take care of this just in case, you know, for some unknown reason, you're not subscribed and you just don't catch on to everything. I was going to show you the controversial image that I have a lot of fun with. Oh, did it not go through? Oh, it's still sending. Of course. Oh, well. Anyway, so here we go. Spider Unlimited, what is up? Did I not say hello to you? Or did you just jump in here? Oh, yeah, I said hello to you. Okay. I can make sure. I gotta make sure. Oh, well, okay. Hang on. Cancel that. I don't know why the internet's being... So I've got a couple of references here. And I've got another video coming out today, too, that's going to be talking about, like, the history of Gavin Casalegno. If you don't know who that is, you'll find out soon. This one's kind of cute. And I figured I could put like the popcorn bucket in the, in my hands. You are getting the raw beginnings of an art project. Normally, I already kind of have like something sketched out, but this is the raw beginnings. Okay, so you're just gonna have to bear with me, and it is what it is. Okay, but then I also saw something like this. Now I don't need the cutesy finger in the mouth, but I thought that's kind of a fun. I kind of sometimes sit like that in the theater. Untamed Mando, I see you over there. She says, "I scare you, great loud noises." Mando, loud noises. We are looking forward to loud noises. 100%. And so it's just kind of like finding the right pose and everything like that. It's always coming down to that. But by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about, this was the controversial image that I made. I know, scandalous. This is the one that some folks were telling me that, I just need to touch grass, that it's ugly as sin, and that this is obvious proof that conservatives don't know how to make artwork. I thought it turned out, by the way, I don't care 2 bits about Sydney Sweeney. Okay, I really don't. I hope she finds Jesus. Wish her great success. I don't care about Sydney Sweeney. I don't care. It is what it is. It was just something fun to do. Whoever said that needs to go jump in a lake. Sure enough, it's one of these people. Look, you do you live your life, but at the same time, don't be surprised when we make fun of you, because this is the kind of person who literally has a cartoon character wearing a mask as their profile picture. So anyway, all right, so I also thought this one was cute. I thought like my character, I just don't know if I should have my character do face forward or something like this. So a lot of times you just start out with kind of this reference and then you just go where it takes you. But I am inclined to kind of think that this one would be super cute. Exactly. It's actually what I titled over on TikTok. That's what I titled my reel. What do they call it? Just a TikTok. That's what they call it, right? Like it's just, everything is just a TikTok on TikTok. I just titled it, I thought it was about jeans. She's doing a job. People just need to get over it. Exactly. Like her, love her, like whatever. Nobody's going to be talking about this. Like if you just stop talking about it, nobody's going to care in 2 weeks. I don't care about it either, but I do like American Eagle clothes. Girl, I haven't shopped at American Eagle in a long time, but like, am I the only one where it was like American Eagle was like the it thing in like 2014, 2010 kind of thing. Like I remember that being like the it clothing. I think I should have my character sit down here and I can put the rows of chairs in the back. I think that would be fun. So what we do then is we have our reference layer and just kind of walk you through maybe the beginnings of your artwork. Sometimes I just free sketch for the sake of time. I'm going to kind of sketch over this and then make it my own. My character's ears, they don't look like this. The head shape is slightly different. So again, if you're just kind of learning and you're just starting out, here's some really great ways that you can use Procreate to help with your digital artwork. So you've got my reference layer here. And then what I'm going to do is go over here and change the opacity from full to like barely can see it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit, because you'd be surprised how the lines will like throw you off. The more lines you see, the more it just like throws you off. And then I'm going to create a new layer above that. And then I like to use like a brighter blue color. And then I go into my brushes here and I will get my peppermint. This would be in Procreate under sketching. It'll be the top one there, peppermint. I really like that one. Just kind of easy peasy lemon squeezy. Or sometimes I would use the 6B pencil, but I lately have come to love the peppermint one. Had to iron out my old jean skirt. Sure, I know. I wore a jean shirt when I made my video. I'm attempting to try to start shedding some of this baby weight. This is the biggest I've ever been, and I can hardly look at myself in the mirror. But if I do start losing some weight, I'd love to get some of their clothes. We have one close to us, and I like the window shopping. Absolutely. Absolutely. Jeans just never go out of style. Last night, Michelle said that all the Sweetie haters need to find help and Jesus. Oh, yeah. 100%. I preferred American Eagle over Old Navy. Yeah, well, I remember when I was a teenager or like a young adult, it was American Eagle and Aeropostale. These were the it places that all the youngins was shopping at. And then if you had a little extra money, you went to Hollister. And then if you had the big bucks, you went to Abercrombie and Fitch. But for the rest of us, we were shopping at American Eagle and Aeropostale. I got my favoriteest sweatshirt from American Eagle. I held on to that thing like gold for probably, how old was I? Probably like 12 years. For where I lived, it was Hollister, American Eagle, Abercrombie, then blah, blah, blah. Interesting. Hollister and then American Eagle. Isn't Hollister more expensive? Well, I don't know how it is anymore. I don't shop there anymore. I probably spelled those wrong. Probably, Mando. Do better. Okay? It's on the internet. Do better. I didn't shop at any of those places. We were a solid Walmart family. We didn't shop at Walmart. I didn't shop very often. Like, so if I wanted to be the cool kid, which I never was, shop at American Eagle. I remember buying a shirt at Aeropostale, hating it and never wearing it because it was so thin. And you had to always, it was the era of wearing the tank top with your shirt over top of it. Just was not my vibe because they made all the shirts. The extra larges were still this big. So there was that. And I do remember my favorite shop was Paxson. I've never actually been in one of these shops. Rizkit, never been. Let me get this started. Never been in one of those shops. I did buy a pair of really cute like sweatpants from Aeropostale. I liked them because they weren't baggy, but they were stretchy. They were comfortable. They were like bell-bottom sweatpants. I would love to have more of those. Excuse me. Flared. Flares. They were flares. They weren't bell bottoms. Bell bottoms were for the old people. Flares were for the new generation. I wore those things until they were disgusting. And the problem is I had like the emperor's clothes situation where I didn't realize how gross they were until my mom told me. She was like, "Do you think you might want to get some new ones, get rid of those?" And I'm like, "Why? They're still good." She's like, "Okay." And that was like in the back of my mind. And then I remember to this day, guys, I put them in my closet, got ready for the day, whatever I was doing. And I came back and I looked at them and it was literally like like a veil had been taken off of my eyes. Like the sun was hitting it just right. I've been wearing these pants for like 12 years. And I thought they were fine. They were gray. They were cute. And suddenly I looked at them. I'm like, oh my gosh, dear Lord. They were like this yellowish gray color. It's like I see them the first time. And I threw them away. I can't believe I have been wearing these. My mother was right. Surprise, surprise. Good morning, Mountain Mutt. Hello. The artful Brittany. Good morning. Here to lurk. Help yourself. That is the sign of a great pair of jeans. Exactly. Have a good nap, mini little Zelda. All right. So I'm starting off with the head here. And again, I'm just using this as a reference, and I give myself like this guide. I kind of figure out where I want everything to go. I will let intuition kind of take over. But if you're struggling with your artistic intuition because you wanted the babies, it's okay. You can 100% use this and just whatever. But I don't typically draw my chibis face forward. So this would be a great practice session for Tabitha as well. And I usually make the cheeks come out a little bit differently. The one thing is like trying to make them even. There is something on Procreate where you can have it mirrored exactly. And I could just do one side and mirror it, But I do like to have the element of human in my artwork sometimes, where it's like I tried to make it even, and I can always clean it up if I need to. Like sometimes we just rely too much on making things look perfect. That maybe that's what that person on TikTok was talking about. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you didn't make her eyes perfectly symmetrical. You know, this is why conservatives can't make artwork. Maybe. I pick on that person. I hope they have a good life. But I hope that my Sydney Sweeney picture is the worst problem that they have in their life. So it probably isn't, but I hope that it is. See, but you know, you get close enough, looks pretty good. You know, and you can see the cheeks for my character, they're slightly bigger. So you make it your own, even if you're tracing over somebody else's artwork, make it your own. And make sure I recommend keeping a little bit of that human element in there. Don't make it perfect. It doesn't need to be perfect. And then I'm going to do my ears differently. Like, I love pointed ears. I don't have pointed ears. But, you know, this is why it's my world. I can do whatever I want to. And see what kind of... I will say, honestly, I'll just walk you through. If you're using Procreate, some people come in here and they want to learn, right? So if you're using Procreate and you want to do things perfectly, symmetrical, all this stuff, we are going to go over to the... Oh, excuse me. We're going to go over to the wrench right up in here. We're going to go to Canvas, right? Wrench, Canvas, Drawing Guide. Turn that on. This grid will pop up. And you're going to go to Edit Drawing Guide. And you're going to see down here, you've got the 2-grid, the isometric, perspective, and symmetry. Okay. We're going to go to the symmetry. Now I'm going to zoom in. You'll notice that there's this blue ball here, right? So we're going to take that, drag it, right? You can see I can drag it. And I'm going to try to find the center of my character. That looks about right. I don't want to just use the picture in the background for it, but I'm just going to go with it, right? So you go to the wrench, Drawing Guide, Symmetry. I'm going to press done. So this means now you got this line going down your character's face. It's on. Let me show you what it does. So that's really fun for designs. And if you are trying to make your characters, you know, perfect and everything like that. So I'm going to figure out what kind of... I got to move this over because the mic is in my way. Let me figure out what kind of ears I want. Those are some cute little ears. Although they look kind of like deer ears and like cute little doe ears. Pointed ears are for elves and weebs. Hey, hey. Don't come at me for my ears, okay? I don't know what it is. That's like my weakness for like guys. Like, look, I'm not a Channing Tatum fan. Like, I mean, you know, he's like that normal Hollywood handsome guy, you know. But I tell you what, Jupiter Ascending, they threw on some pointed ears and I was like, I don't know. I'm not like into like these long pointed ear things, but there's something about the unique ear shape where I'm just like, what are you gonna do? I'm weird. I know. All right, we're just gonna kind of do something like this. I don't really draw my chibis from the frontal perspective, so this is a little strange for me. It's out of my comfort zone, so I'm not exactly sure what I want this to look like because I don't normally do this. And that's okay. So that's what I'm saying. This is like a raw, kind of unfiltered stream. You're seeing the origins. It could literally take me 10 minutes to figure out what kind of ear I want. Sorry, you're in it for the long haul. The same people that have a problem with Sydney Sweeney are the same people that are okay with a man dressed as a woman in a beer commercial. That's right. It's right. Speaking of men dressed as women, Justin doesn't do this, but I am scarred forever by a video that he has. Tabitha, I love you to death, but I am not listening to that Freddie Prinze Jr. video for 15 hours. Justin, you asked, and the people spoke, okay? Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Okay? Hey, look, you wanted a suggestion. I gave you the perfect suggestion, okay? It's easy to memorize. It doesn't get old, and it's super fun, and you can modify it however you want, okay? Okay. What kind of ears do I want my character? Oh, these are cute ears. Okay, look. Maybe we're just gonna maybe I'm gonna go to a movie dressed up as a character. What is a movie where you could dress up like a deer? Don't say Bambi, that doesn't count. Maybe I'll just have my character dress up. Maybe she's gonna go see Lord of the Rings. Oh, what is this? By the way, also, when you're using the symmetry tool, it works for erasing as well. Let me zoom out real quickly and show you guys. You pay attention to both sides. Maybe you can't see that clearly here. It works for both sides. So that's how you use the symmetry tool. Now, to turn it off, you can either go on a new layer or you go back to the wrench. You go to the drawing guide and you put it on perspective. And then you click done. And that's how that turns it off. Okay. Dressing up as a deer for Lord of the Rings. I know, man. No, I don't know where I was going with that. Avatar. Okay. Avatar is coming out. My character is going to go to the movies eating popcorn as Avatar. Nailed it. Is it okay to draw outside the lines? Pun intended. Of course. It is always okay to draw outside the lines. No matter what your mother tells you. That was one of my problems as a child. My mom always wanted me to draw and color inside the lines, and I just didn't want to do that. I understand the value of learning to draw. One Piece could be Chopper. We're gonna have to work on some One Piece artwork with the new season coming out next year. Is it? James the King Smith says hi. Anyone see my chat works? It does. Okay, so we got our ear. Now let's see. I don't know. Do I like? Oh, that's so cute. Okay, maybe it's not even just me. Maybe it's just a person. I don't know, but I'm not much of like a cosplay person. So, I mean, I go to the Renaissance Festival and things like that, which I haven't done in a while. Would love to do that again soon, sometime. But I like more realistic costumes. That's just my personal choice when it comes to dressing up. I don't really like looking like gimmicky costumes or perfect replicas. I like looking like believable characters, if that makes sense. Justin says there's a movie called Bambi the Reckoning. No, I'm shutting it down now. You stop that. Stop that. Stop that. I need to go to my local one again. It won't be back until May. I know it's like, I don't know when it is in Florida, and I bet it's bloody hot. It's made by the same people. Yeah. Okay. Don't bring that nonsense in here. We don't disrespect Winnie the Pooh around here. Okay. My favorite children's classic. Don't be disrespecting. Don't be disrespecting. The Renfest is always a good time. All right. Let's lock it in. A moment of silence for the artwork, please. So I'm going to just pretend to draw like a bucket of popcorn because of course we're gonna get the giant one. We're gonna clean this up. I know I said a moment of silence. Don't listen to me. So if I get like this giant, because it's supposed to be all about, I want like a giant thing of popcorn. Okay, so then I gotta make sure there's plenty of room, maybe a little bit smaller, because there's gotta be room for the popcorn at the top. And then I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna duplicate this head because I really like it. By the way, when I said moment of silence, I just mean I'm not gonna interact with you. I just need to check my thoughts out loud, okay? One of these days, I'm going to have a full Mandalorian armor set and go to my local Ren Fair. Mando, you should come to MegaCon dressed like that. That would be amazing. Okay. I didn't ask you for movie recommendations. You specifically asked for song recommendations. And I gave it to you. And you just spat on the ground next to it, okay? Has anybody ever heard of Brack from Space Ghost? His classic Emmy award-winning song, Road Trip, the perfect road trip song with Freddie Prinze Jr. I'm driving down Highway 40 in my big old pickup truck. Okay? Look, it's classic. Emmy award-winning. Okay? And Justin's just like, I'm too good for this kind of music. Asks me specifically on X. Tabitha, I need the music that you listen to, the music that inspires you, that makes you become such an important and respectable person online. I need help. If I were to drive for 15 hours, what is the song that would take me from zero to hero? And I gave him the song. I gave him the YouTube link and everything. And this is where we're at. This is where it at. Disrespect. Okay, so now I have to try to imagine what this character would look like sitting. I do kind of like the idea of the knees being here. So I'm going to draw my little gourd body. Yeah, Riskit, throw out a good song. If you were going to be on a road trip for 15 hours and you wanted to be a better person by the end of it, what song would you listen to? Apparently, I'm driving down Highway 40 and my big old pickup truck is just not classy enough. It's just not good enough for some people. Highly recommend. There's always I Like Bananas Because They Ain't Got No Bones. That's a classic song from Space Ghost as well. I don't know what you want from me. Like, this is the type of... Justin may need help, but I don't think music choice is gonna help. Mando says Space Ghost. I know. Okay. Bring back Space Ghost. Risk it for the biscuit. Given the $10. I know what Riskit's won. He's now part of the top 10 people in the chat.
Stomp, stomp, roar, roar. Let's dance like dinosaurs. Stomp, stomp, roar, roar.
That's right. Bring out the dinosaurs. Bring out the dinosaurs. I haven't heard that in a little while. Man, too bad Maria's not here to get that earworm started for the rest of the week. Thank you, Riskit, for supporting the channel. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Can't wait to golf tonight. I want Riskit on my team. We might be doing teams tonight, Mando, by the way. I don't know. I've only discussed it with a handful of people. So if we start early, like we three could be on a team, depending on how many people will be there tonight. Right. Oh, I see. Riskit suggests the dinosaur song for 15 hours. What do you think about that, Justin? Tamtha, I will try it out for an hour trip just to see what happens. You'll be a better person by the end of it, Justin. I guarantee. You'll feel the bliss of simplicity wash over you and just a new appreciation for life. Wow. The only correct answer is Roll Me Away by Bob Seger. I mean, to each their own, but I don't know. That one just doesn't quite have the umph, the pizzazz, the panache that I'm driving down Highway 40 in my big old pickup truck has. All right. So I've got the body. And so if the character were eating, let's see. So let's see. I'm always able to, I feel bad for whoever's on my team. Okay, well, that's not that kind of energy that I need, Mando. I was going to have you on my team, but we need different energy, okay? Step it up. Maybe you need to be listening to Highway 40 so you can be a better person. All right, so should she be crossed? I think it'd be kind of fun if the legs were in front of it. We could get those Navi markings. Thank you so much for everybody that comes and hangs out, for everybody that supports the channel in their different ways, whether you're a member of the channel, whether you gift, whether you like and subscribe. Appreciate all of you. Appreciate all of you. For those that might know, I do offer memberships where you get coloring pages, fun coloring pages of my chibis. And depending on what tier level you are, you can get some behind the scenes footage, access to bloopers. Over on Patreon, we do a little bit more in depth with the artist, vlogs, blogs, videos, first looks, things like that. I'm not really sure what my feet would look like. I don't know if my feet would be like this if I were sitting in a chair. I'll make a man out of you for 10 hours. Oh, Justin, that will... I don't know if Justin's ready for that. I don't know if he's ready for that. It got to be the Dan Vasc version, right? Eastbound and Down. I don't know this song. I mean, if you get one song for 15 hours, it has to be Bohemian Rhapsody, right? Like just like the longest song you can think of. So clearly it has to be Weird Al's Stuck in the Drive-Thru. It's a 13-minute song. Justin, highly recommend that one as well. It's not repetitious like Highway 40, if you're not into that, but a good time overall. Oh, it's a Smokey and the Bandit song. Oh, okay. I just watched that recently. I'd never really seen it before. Okay, I think maybe the feet would be kind of squishled out like this, maybe. I'll give myself some big flippers here. So we're just gonna... We're just doing like a basic sketch. It's going to be dirty and clean and uneven, but this just gets us to where we think we need to go. I'm scared. Yep, I'm scared. Yeah, Weird Al's Stuck in the Drive-Thru. You are very hot. Would you be my art teacher? I am. I'm everybody's art teacher. Thank you. I'm everybody's art teacher. Are you not learning? If you're not learning, then Okay. Thank you, Mando. All right. Okay, so I like this. So I'm going to do the forbidden and start erasing a little bit. Everybody erases at their own time. You don't need to clean up your sketch right away, but I sometimes do. This will help with your artistic intuition. It will grow. You'll kind of learn what hinders you, what helps you. They do say don't erase until you get the first, kind of sketches going out and everything's kind of there, and then you can clean it up. But for me, I kind of work in sections. So as you can see that I started with the head and the ears. Now I'm working on the legs, and too many lines get my brain confused as to what I need and what I don't. And so you have to just kind of go with your own instincts on that, and you will develop them over time. We tend to think that, oh, it's like I'm an artist, I should just know these things. No, you develop your instincts. It's kind of like when you're a kid and you're growing up in the world and everything like that is you know things, but you don't know why you know things. It's kind of like people who are gifted in reading people, as far as like, I know that this person's a good person to trust. I have a relative who is very gifted in just reading people. They have very strong instincts, but those got developed through trial and error of life. It's one of those things. So I have a new tablet. What art app should I download to perfect my stick figures? Procreate. It's a one-time payment, and you get a myriad of brushes because, believe it or not, you don't need as many brushes as you think you do. I have a whole bunch because I got caught up in the belief that I needed a whole bunch of brushes to make beautiful art. Start out with the simple, get familiar with the process and the product that, there's a whole bunch of stuff in Procreate that I don't even know what all it can do. And so get familiar with the program, and then you can add on to your brushes of what you need. There's a lot of free ones out there, and then there's a lot of cheap ones. You can buy them on Etsy. Highly recommend Procreate. I used a Photoshop for years. Highly recommend Procreate. Like I said, one-time payment, has everything you need, and it's fantastic, user-friendly, and there are plenty of tutorials on YouTube to get you started. I'm constantly on YouTube looking for tutorials like how do I do this, how to do this, There's some music called The Rise and Fall of Bossa Nova that clocks in at 13 hours long. Never heard it, so I can't vouch for it. There you go. All right, Justin, Grape's got the music for you. It'll take up more than half of your trip. 15-hour road trip from Ohio to the nearest In-N-Out Burger, and all I can listen to is Stuck in the Drive-Thru. Classic. It's what you do. It's what you do. Chrysanth, our favorite wallflower, is here. Good morning. All right. So I've got that. I got my little flippers. Now I need to figure out, just kind of how my character's holding this bucket, down. And let me get rid of that. You kind of sit kind of hunched like this, don't you? So maybe I'll. It's kind of a big shoulder. It's kind of a big-ish shoulder, but let's see. Thumb. Who are we drawing today? Me. So I have a video coming up soon about like the history of popcorn in cinema. Not in cinema, like at the cinema. And I decided that I also wanted to give myself pointed ears. So I am going to be going to the cinema talking about popcorn while dressed as an avatar. Because I am very much looking forward to the new movie. Down by the river. Thank you for everybody hanging out over there on Kick as well. Again, if you're new here, I'm Dreaming Tabitha, artist here on YouTube, doing all kinds of the cool stuff and teaching you some art, just showing you how I do things, having a good time with the chat. We laugh, we cry, we talk about silly nonsense. And I also, the pin chat, I have a gaming channel tonight, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing a golf tournament, Crazy Golf. You're going to be down for it. Excuse me. Are you going to do the old-fashioned traditional in the future streams? I am. It's over there. I can't get it right now, but we're going to be bringing back the book. We're going to bring back the book. I have a lot of plans for the book. And anyway, let's get going. Here we go. So if my character, I want her to be like holding up, I need a reference. So far I've been doing this all out of my own mind, and that is crazy. Normally, like that's like the forbidden. Not that it's not forbidden, but it's hard to do. All right, hang on. Chibi eating popcorn. I'm kind of having a hard time imagining what the body would look like holding. Okay, here we go. That's pretty close. Did I finish the Dan? I need more context for this, Risket. I don't know what that means. Yeah, where I were. That was a while ago. Damn! Gosh, hang on. Excuse me. Okay. All right, where's my character? Okay, so they're like holding up a piece there. We're just gonna do a weird like hoof-like thing because it makes sense. Why would my hand be so high up though? This is a weird position to be in. Here we go. All right, let's draw the rest of the body. So it would be up, down, something like that. I mean, it's kind of weird. Some of it's going to be covered up by the bucket, but it's still that's weird. Weird. So we're going to start with the arm, and then so a lot of times, even though things will be covered up by like the bucket, you won't see it. It is very beneficial to it's very beneficial to draw the whole body so that you know where things go, that it flows properly, even if you might not see it later on. My Dan Vasc? You mean my Dan Vasc painting? Yeah, that's something that we're going to be returning to as well. I need to bring my easel over so we can finish the Dan Vasc painting. It's on the to-do list. Poor Dan. He's just sitting over there looking beautiful with an unfinished hand. I made him as majestic as I could, despite the stupid picture that he told me to paint. All right, so here's kind of our hand. We're just going to kind of pretend like this makes sense. Again, this is just a rough sketch, so it doesn't need to be perfect. But I'm going to erase some of these lines to see if it makes sense. I mean, there's also going to be popcorn. I think it'd be better if the face... Excuse me, if the hand is a little bit more in front of the face. So I'm gonna draw the hand. Nope, I think it needs to be more angled. Something like this. I think this will make a little more sense. I like that. I can always refine it later, but can you get Procreate on Android? I'm not seeing it. I don't know about that, Mando. I'd have to... Hang on. Let me help a friend out midstream, because that's how I treat my friends. Does Procreate work on Android tablets? No. Oh, it's exclusively available for iPads and iPhones. I'm sorry, Mando. I didn't know that Procreate. So you might want to look into Clip Studio. I've also heard that that's a good app. I do not know if it works for Android as well, but Clip Studio and then Chimp something. These three are the ones that I hear people talk about the most outside of Procreate. I think Adobe has a free software called Fresco. That one's pretty good. A little bit more labor intensive, but it still works. It's still really good. So Chimp something. You have to look. It's called Chimp something or something Chimp. It's the word Chimp's in it. Clip Studio and Procreate are the top three that I know of that are the alternatives to Adobe. Sorry about that. Thank you for the follow, Antonio Soria 3. Yeah, look for that. You see the name in there. You're definitely going to make me want to have some popcorn when I get home from work. Yeah. Okay, so Tabasco, if you're listening, because I know you guys tune into my channel all the time. Why have we not had, they make the flavored, powdered, dust stuff that you can sprinkle over your popcorn. We've got ranch. We have the buffalo sauce. Why don't we have the green sauce, green Tabasco powdered popcorn stuff? Make it happen, please. Well, he went and chopped off his hand with a machete, so delay an artistic process. This is okay. Risk it. You've solved it. That's the reason why I haven't touched that painting in an entire year, is because I was waiting for Dan's hand to heal, because I want it to be authentic. Authentic. I do. I need to show it. Maybe I'll do it this week. I've cleaned up my office space, and I feel much better about it. And so, the thing is that I would bring it and lay it down, lay the painting down to paint. But here's the thing. Let me get, hello. Loud noises. Mando, is this a relative of yours? Hello. Loud noises. Okay, let me get rid of this. So the thing with artwork and stuff like that, when you start diving deeply into it and whatnot, it makes a huge difference if you're sitting or standing when you're painting, if you want it to be consistent. Okay. Now a lot of the regular folk out there won't really notice, or maybe they will. It just kind of depends. But so when I started painting my Dan Vasc painting, I painted like this. It was up this way, and I'm painting. My arm is pretty outstretched and all this stuff. So that makes a huge difference when you're painting or drawing where it's at. Do you have it far away? Do you have it lying flat? So because I started painting Dan upright, it's on my easel, and I was standing while I was painting and I wasn't sitting. If I sit and lay the canvas flat, it will change the outcome. It also changes the perspective of the subject. And so that's the other thing. It's the way that I have an L-shaped desk. And so I have to figure out how to get my easel over here so that I can kind of take my camera. I do have it on a gimbal thing, or not a gimbal, a boom arm. So now that I have a newer camera, it should be able to be more stable and work around. So if I can get that over here to this portion of my studio, it would have to be a silent stream too, by the way. You guys can feel free to talk, but if I'm going to if I'm going to finish this painting and be in the right frame of mind, it will have to be a silent stream. I guess I'm just kind of afraid that you guys won't enjoy that as much. But it is what it is. Like if I'm going to finish this portrait painting and make it as beautiful as and decent as I want it to be, I can't be distracted by conversation with the chat. So I tell you what, let me show it to you since we're talking about it. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. And by the way, good morning, X-Wing. Hi. Okay. I don't think you guys are ready. It's a big painting. Okay. It's not done yet, so don't judge me too harshly. Okay. So, yeah, exactly. I know that guy too, right? So, yeah, he sent me this dumb picture. All the judgments. Man, no. So, like I always tell people, you got this beautiful, handsome, exotic man, and I'm going to try painting him. And he's like, paint me like this. So he sends me this picture where he's got like 4 chins, his neck's all creased, and I'm like, terrible lighting. He's holding up a sword. It's terrible lighting. It's a terrible angle, and I have to somehow figure out how to make this look great because that's just what I want to do. So I made this as majestic as I could possibly make it. So it's almost done. It's how it is. You could see clearly that I started the hand. I accidentally went in reverse with the lighting. So if you look at a lot of my artwork, you'll notice that the lighting always comes from the same side. But because Dan's picture was badly lit and the light came from too many directions, I decided to choose one direction. And that was the reverse of what I am used to. So when for some reason I decided to start painting the hand, it was a different day. I wasn't quite in my zone. And I did the lighting on the hand backwards. So that totally messed everything up, got me discouraged, I'll be honest, because it was like, I'm almost done. And I haven't painted and I haven't gotten back to that painting in a year. And I miss it. But it's like, but it takes a lot of time, and it does. It takes the zone to get into. And I've just been so busy with other things and other projects that I haven't finished it. But I need to. I want to finish it. I'm tired of him just sitting there. I want to take off the tape so that I can see the clean lines around the edges. I think it's really great. I just have to also, the original background was more of like a lime green yellow color. And I he looks so good. I had all the little perfect wispies of hair, all the details around his head and everything just perfect, right? And then I was like, something bothers me about it. Like it looked good, but it just wasn't what it needed to be. And so I changed it to blue, and I just felt like it made it more regal, right? And Chrysanth, I just saw, oh wow, that looks great, despite the interesting expression he sent you. I know. And so I don't judge you too harshly, just so harshly. I appreciate that. Why is Kick being weird? I don't know. Why or what? Paints and does all the talk. She usually has a podcast going. Oh, okay. All right. So people do it. Classic Dan face. I know. So yeah, we need to finish that. So I just got to put the details or the wispies around his hair. I need to clean up the sword a little bit, finish the hand, and then I think I'm just going to leave. I'm not the best with clothing, so I think I'm just going to leave the shirt as is, so that the sword and the face are the highlight of the painting. You know, a lot of people do that too. It's kind of like where you blur the background so whatever's in the forefront stands out. So I think I might do something like that. Looks good. Did you use oils or acrylic? This is oil painting. Whenever I do paintings like this, it's oil. I prefer oil. I've kind of moved away from acrylics unless I'm teaching YouTubers how to paint, which I should be getting Michelle back on here soon to talk Superman. I need to do that soon so we can get that figured out. I know exactly what I want to do. I just haven't done it yet. Oh, okay. And it looks like I'm going to be having Biggles on Friday. Let me see. Cool. We're in talks, trying to get Biggles on the channel so I can teach him how to draw. Okay, cool. And then we're going to get Mando on here so she can learn how to amplify her stick figures. You missed me? I honestly, Freddie, I try not to stream Monday mornings if I can help it, just because I want to make sure that I get my place clean. I need to catch up with everything. And then sometimes I might, but I'm like, definitely want to do it on Tuesdays. I'm going to try to go live every day this week, this morning, or in the mornings. God, he needs the help. But yeah, I try to keep Mondays apart. Like, there's just something about starting Monday, getting everything else accomplished, and just zeroing in. All right, so we've got our character. The popcorn bucket's a little rough, but I'm picking up what I'm throwing down. So again, you look at our character in the background, you can see there are things here that show up that were not used. So when you are tracing around something, again, it's totally okay to use it as a reference. Just make it your own, especially if you're just starting out, you know, it's okay. But you can use a reference too for a general shape and then switch it around like I did. So you can see that the legs were lowered, the arms are not holding across. I just needed kind of a general idea of where everything needed to go, and then we customize it for ourselves. So, you know, I think I missed, let me see something. Where was it? I saw there was a really sweet, here it is. I've been doom scrolling through your art for a while, and you gave me the courage to keep drawing. Thank you. You're mighty well. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. It's always appreciated. I love hearing the stories about how people have maybe gotten lost in their artistic journey, and then somebody came along and was like, you inspired me to keep drawing. I've been there. I've been down in the dumps. We all need to, you know, try and try again. It kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Let me look at these popcorn buckets here too. Some of these are super fun. I could make this one a little wider, although I did customize it for this size. So let's clean up the bucket here. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay, hang on. Maybe if I don't... Well, I need to get one of those covers on my iPad to make it a rougher surface, because the glass sucks. Like, it just, honestly, it does. It just makes everything glide across and it just slips off. I need a little bit of the resistance. But let's get rid of this. I hope someday you'll get back to playing Star Trek. I know, Grape. I think about it all the time. I think about it every Sunday. And I wanted that to be a part of my regular Sunday morning where I played Star Trekkers, like have Star Trekker Sunday. I forget. But I'm kind of getting back. So the bad thing about Tabitha is that I do like routines. Routines keep me grounded. Although as an artist, I also, it's a very conflicting. As an artist, I like being free to be me. Okay. But when I get out of the routine of, when I get out of the routine of streaming, it's so hard. Like if I go visit my family, love visiting my family. Of course I do. But, you know, and of course, because it's they're the most important thing at that moment, streaming is secondary. I tend to fall easily out of the routine of streaming. And when I get back home, it is just so hard. I just want to work. I don't want to engage. And there's nothing against you guys. You guys are wonderful. But there is something, most artists love to be in their own head, listening to the music that they want to listen to or their podcasts without worrying about being flagged or copyright stricken. Like these streams would be a lot better for me personally if I was able to listen to the music that I really want to listen to, that gets me into that proper headspace. And Calgon takes me away. But I can't do that. And so it's almost like creating art in a subpar state because I'm not actually in the headspace that I would like to be in. So that makes it very difficult. Gaming, on the other hand, like that's a whole other thing. I don't know why, but it like, that's it. I've had to learn to do that. Like when I would game, that was like escapism. Like I wanted to get away from the world, if you will. Like you take a break, get away from the world and fall into these games. Whereas streaming is very different, where it's interactive. You're talking with your chat and I enjoy it. This is why it's a double-edged sword. It's a two different, I would say that Smeagol, he's up here somewhere. There it is, right there. That right there is my spirit animal, Smeagol. I both love and hate everything at the same time. Hi, look at over here. We have where'd it go? I lost it. Theme Park Casual. Hello. Hello. How does Nomi say that? Hello. Every time. What iPad am I using? iPad Pro. iPad Pro. The newer one, or whatever the last newer one was. Give me some Hans Zimmer and I'm off to Creative Land. Yeah, and it just kind of depends. Like I could be listening to some Skillet. I don't make fun of me. All right, know me if you're out there. You stay in your lane, okay? Sometimes it could be Skillet. Sometimes it's Cimarelli. Sometimes it's a podcast. Sometimes it's an audiobook. Sometimes I just want to listen to Aurora and some alternative music. Yesterday, I was listening to Imagine Dragons. Like I'm all over the place. Very much music is a mood changer, you know. Skillet is, thank you, Mando. Okay, tell that to Nomi tonight. Just like come on the stream and just be like, Nomi, Skillet's amazing. Okay, she says it's fine. Okay, but she said it's for babies. That's what she said. That's what she told me. When I told her, I was like, oh, yeah, I like, you know, some, what did I say? Like rock and roll, metal, whatever I said. It was like, I like Skillet. Like that's hardcore enough for me. And she's like, that's for babies. I'm like, okay, sorry. I don't like it when my musicians scream at me. Okay. And I can't understand what they're saying. And all I can think of is, can I get you some tea and honey? Okay. With lemon, because you sound like you're not going to make it. Okay. It sounds like you're mad at me. And I'm taking that very personally. I don't like that. I can't do that. I like heavy metal like any other person, but Skillet is awesome. Thank you. I don't really like the heavy metals. You know, Dan Vass told me that I like grandma metal. Yeah. He told me that because I said that I like Aerosmith, groups like that. He's like, that's grandma metal. Of course, I didn't know that there was different types of metal music or rock and roll music, you know? So, Grape as well as I. What happened was, oh yeah, 1000%. Yeah, it ain't easy being cheesy. Yes, she is the exact person that was featured in Frozen 2. Aurora she's weird, but that's also because she's Norwegian, stinking Euro trash. but she is amazingly gifted, talented. Love her. Was she expecting you to say Cannibal Corpse or Guar or something? Biscuit? I don't even know what Risket. I called you Biscuit. Risket? I don't even know what that is. I don't like it when my musicians sound like they're dying, you know. I'm not even joking. When I listen, because if you guys remember, I've lost many a bet to Nomi playing Fortnite or whatever we were playing. And I had to listen to her Jesus trash music. Love me some Jesus. Don't like the heavy metal Jesus trash. That's what I call it, Jesus trash. That's just me making fun of it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I had to listen to an entire album on stream. I don't know if any of the OGs remember that. And I don't like it because all I can think about is, like, I don't know, maybe I'm just too nurturing. Exactly, Chrisanne, that's exactly what it is. Jesus trash music. That's what it is. It's a new genre. I made it myself. All I can think about is their throat. Like, I am like literally worried the entire time. Whoops. I am literally worried the entire time I'm listening to that music, thinking to myself, like clearing my throat and wanting to drink water. Like that. Polymusical liquor? What is that? I'm what's called a polymusical liquor? Loyal to no one genre. Okay, I guess I just don't like that term. Or is it polymusical liker? Is that what like oh, I read that wrong. A polymusical liquor. I'm gonna spread the rumor, Mando. You're a polymusical liquor. Yes. I was on the struggle bus for like half an hour. I don't like that. I don't like it. Wait, hold on. What band is the Jesus trash music? I need to hear this. Talk to Nomi. I don't know the name of these people because I don't want to. I'm like Sherlock Holmes. This information is not relevant or important to me, so kick it out. Let's just fill it in with something good. Here we go. Describe the lines in this artwork. Describe the colors in the art. You're asking a lot of questions there, James the King. What's going on in this artwork? What was your first reaction to this artwork? Why do you think you had the reaction? Does your opinion about the artwork change the longer you look at it? Why? Describe the lines in this artwork. Describe the colors in the artwork. Which area of the artwork is emphasized by the artist? Why? That's a lot of responsibility. That's a lot. Yeah, exactly. Polymusical liquor. That's what Mando is. This is what I get. That's right. Well, I'm different. A group called Nitro Praise in the late 90s. It's Jesus Dance. See, there you go. I grew up with the Cathedrals and the Inspirations. And if you don't know who those are, you will never understand my background. And if you do know who those are, Mando, I'm looking at you. I feel like you're the only person that will get me, Mando. The lore just keeps getting weirder. What's your favorite way to spend a day off? What type of music are you into? What's the best vacation you ever took and why? Where's the next place on your travel bucket list? Wow, that's a lot. I don't know who the Cathedrals are. Oh no, man. Grape. Oh, Grape. That's Grape. Not Mando. Oh, Grape says, oh, I know who the Cathedral is. That's her. All right, Grape feels me. He gets me. Okay, I don't have time to answer all these questions, but let's dive into it. Let's dive into it here. What's the first question? What's going on in this artwork? This is me. I'm going to be dressed up as an avatar, going to the movies, eating a ginormous bucket of popcorn. What was my first reaction to this artwork? Given that it's not completed, I don't have a reaction to this artwork. Why do you think you had a reaction? I don't, because I didn't. Does your opinion about the artwork change the longer you look at it? Yes. Why? Because you always see things you need to change. Describe the lines. They're lines. Describe the colors. Well, it's blue right now. I use blue because I like blue. Yeah. So my favorite way to spend. You had me at popcorn. The lines are linear. The lines are with us now, as they will be tomorrow, and they were in the past. But those lines in the past were not the lines that are right now, because what was in the past did not exist in the present, but will in the future. And that's why lines exist as a species. All right, I got this. All right, so here we go. I like how this looks. Now, how am I going to create the popcorn? So I'm going to put that on another layer. This would be interesting because like popcorn, it has a shape, but when you do it in this big bulk, so you just kind of just squiggle. There, it's kind of what popcorn looks like, right? Kind of. And then you would just put like some more little squiggly, individual squiggles, just to give us an idea of what our stuff could look like. I'm going to duplicate this, get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of the lines that I don't think that I need. Again, this is, different for everybody, but this will help me to see the bigger picture. And then I'm going to get rid, I'm going to duplicate. I like to duplicate everything, so that way in case I make a mistake, I can just always, So many complaints, man and woman tutoring individual. That's not a proper sentence. So I can also be your grammar teacher, but I'm pretty harsh. So you better watch out. Yeah. In the beginning, there was dots and lines. It's true. It's true. Sounded like Kamala there for a minute. She's my inspiration. Yeah. For that speech, in any case. For kicks and giggles, I might just get her book. I mean, why not? Like get the whole perspective, right? All right, I like how this is looking. I tell you what, I can get rid of the reference in the back now because we're cooking with peanut oil here. However, I don't know if I like this shoulder piece here. So what we're going to do, I'm going to change the color slightly. Because this doesn't seem to make any sense. Like, I think it's over too far. See, the problem is then, so if I have the face here, do it. If that book makes any kind of sense, we know she got hired as a ghostwriter. Oh, Chrysanth, you know it. You know she didn't write that book. In fact, I'm pretty sure that even Melania Trump didn't really write her entire book. Not saying that she didn't, but like, I'm pretty sure that a lot of these successful people, and I'm not saying that, Madam Harris there is super successful, but like when you are a busy person, especially if you're the kind of person who doesn't have two brain cells to rub together, you get the people that like you voice record your thoughts. This is what I want. This is how it's done. And a lot of people do that. So you want to buy her book. Why buy a book with blank pages? Because I want to get to the good part, Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if that will work. This is a kind of a weird dynamic here. I might be overcomplicating this particular part with the arm here. Will it be a pop-up book? I bet it would be it would be a bigger success if it were. Actually, it'd be kind of fun. If she could learn to troll herself, that would be funny. Right. You can use it as a coloring book. That's right. If she could learn to troll herself, I bet you that book would see a bigger success. You know, if she did make it a pop-up book, if she like made fun of herself, you know, that's one of those things where it's like, knowing who you are, knowing how you're perceived, and then kind of going into it, you know. But like her cringy book reveal didn't help her, you know? Like me, it didn't help her. Like she's whispering to nobody. Like, oh, and she's having like, it would be different if she was like, oh my gosh, did you hear about so-and-so's having a new book? And then she'd be like, yeah, it's me. That would be different. But she had like a full-on conversation with nobody before she was like, here's my book. So for that, I don't blame her. I blame her marketing team. Like, hello, read the room. You know, she takes herself too seriously. She'd never make fun of. Exactly. And that's why she is where she is. Okay. All right. Let me get another reference picture. Avatar Chibi. What time is it? Okay. I don't want to stream over Danny. She'll come for me. Oh, this is the wrong kind of avatar. What do I don't want Aang, whatever his face is. I want like, how do you type in Avatar Chibi without all this other nonsense? I need the real Avatar, the first Avatar. I need James Cameron's Avatar. Do I type that in? How about Pandora? Aha! Okay. But this is going to be me. Oh, this is a cute one. Okay, but this is going to be me. So my nose and everything is not going to be exactly like that. So I guess technically, if I wanted The Last Airbender... No, it's not, Mando. Stop it. Have you seen Tug's Java with Jesus series yet? I have not. I have not. That's right. So it's supposed to be me. I'm going to be drawing myself going to the movies, eating a giant thing of popcorn, watching Avatar. Actually, Freddie, that's already been done. It's actually, I forget whose book it is, but it's actually already been done. It was a parody book, but it's already been done. It wouldn't be the first time. All right. I'm going to go back to black. Amy Winehouse. Anybody? All right. No. We start with the nose. I think I got the center pretty spot on. I will fight you on this one. I tried watching The Last Airbender. It's cute. You know, I got like into episode 2 or 3 or something, and then like pretty much all things that I start now as an adult for viewing purposes, I never finished it. Chrysanth, I think you're correct. Of course you are, because you're an amazing and intelligent person. Yes. Oh, shoot. Let me check on something really quickly. Haha. Okay. Carla Harrison's book is a book of fables. I don't know who that is. I need more information on that. I need the information. All right. Okay, so she's going to be a character. Let me get my chibis looking up. And now this is where I need but I would like to have my reference of myself. X-Wing, what are you doing tonight? You want to play golf? You want to golf with your friends? Okay. I've already drawn my character eating something. So, I've been hanging around with Nomi too much. Okay. We've never gotten a Navi with a mustache. It's true. Next time I come to Florida and I'm there more than a day, we're going to watch The Last Airbender series. I will tie you and make you watch it. Oh, I don't mind watching it with other people, but it's like hard to watch by yourself. Like I could be doing other things, you know? All right. So I wonder if I should just do like the wide open, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm watching Avatar eyes, you know, or should I try to make them look a little bit more pretty? Tuesday night's main event tonight. Loser. You could be hanging out with a bunch of, you know, internet nobodies, and I mean that respectfully because we're all somebody in Jesus's eyes, but instead you choose to be with like famous people. Who does that? Who does that in 2025? All right, let's see. I tend to make my character look Asian for some reason, and I don't know why, because I don't have Asian eyes. I think it's just because I get caught up with the type of eyeliner that I use, that for some reason... Yeah, exactly, Risky. Call him out. Call him out for what it truly is. He just doesn't know. He just doesn't know how well he's going to do. He's just scared. He's afraid we're all just going to kick his butt. And yeah. So yeah, these are not good eyes. Yeah, see, I don't know why I do that. So now I give myself Sydney Sweeney eyes. Darn. Tuesday night's main event happens every week. This doesn't. It's true, Mando. Force him. Push him. They have my wife tied up in a Brooklyn basement. She only gets out if I show up. Oh, okay. All right. Well, all right. Well, that seems kind of important. So we'll let it slide this time. Seems like a really tedious process if they have to hijack her every week. I don't know. I'm starting to see some holes in your plot here. She can miss one meal, X-Wing. He'd be brave enough to play with you if his name was Y-Wing. Or a B-Wing. B-Wing. X-Wing, I don't know why they give you so much grief. I'll let you in a little secret. I thought it was a really cool name. But whatever. I feel like these kinds of eyes are not adequately displaying the emotion that comes from watching the amazingness of The Last Airbender. So I'm going to hide that, duplicate this, take this, uniform, slips, and see if that kind of works. Like, it's still not really... Schwing is a cool name. X-Wing 5 is a cool name. Okay, X-Wing 5 is kind of weird, but X-Wing, I always thought that was cool. That's just me. But who am I? I mean, I'm too cool to be on TMNT. I play golf with my friends. Okay. All right, I'm going to... I think I need to go with the eyes that are like this. X-Wing needs someone with an appropriate capabilities to drive his life, so that's his wife. Hey, behind every great man is a great woman, okay? I think these are the eye shapes that I'm going to need to go with. These look like fingers. Wait, you can't... These look like fingers. But what's the game you speak of? Are you playing... What is this? What is this, a code? PGA 2K25... I literally just said golf with your friends. Okay. Why you gotta make it so complicated, man? They gotta make everything so complicated. Golf with your friends. Golf with your friends. It's on Steam. They're coming out with a second one, but that's not until next year. You think Danny's live streams are... You know what? Forget her. You know what? She's a... YouTube's a dog-eat-dog world, She can't take a little friendly competition. No, I wish her all the success. Feel free to jump over on her stream if you need to. We're trying to get Danny's channel monetized. She's really, really close. That girl... that woman has been working her hindquarters off. And, I think she deserves it. She's like 200 watch hours away from the first live stream, first monetization thing. and she really does a great job. She does her best, and she's learning just like the rest of us. And all right, I know this is kind of sad looking. I can't get away from the fact that now it looks like candy corn. No, don't forget her. Okay. It's real. It is. It's crazy golf. Somehow, golf with your friends inspires more screaming than actual golf. Exactly. Okay, X-Wing. In your spare time, you should read the reviews on Steam for Golf with Your Friends. It's hilarious. It's what made Nomi and I be like, we have to get this game. They won't even allow girls on their highly suspected island. You can't expect them to play golf with a group of attractive ladies. That's true. Well, that's a whole other thing. That's not main event. That's bro science. Trust the science. It's way more complicated than that. Yeah. Risk it's 100%. Oh, did she hit the year mark? Yeah. Well, that's because last year she wasn't streaming every day, and so it catches up with you. Yeah. So help Danny out there. I watch her stuff on repeat. I have it on in the background. I'm doing my part. I've got all her streams on a playlist, and I have the playlist on repeat. I hope it's... I know, same. Hey, I shepherded the ladies to salvation atop the mountain that was chained together. Drove the heck out of that wagon. Oh, you want to take credit? You want to take credit for winning that, for beating that game? Okay. Who was the person that figured out the impossible? Who, despite all the odds, despite her teammates not believing in her, despite the leader of the group who shepherded us to the top of the mountain, said, that's not gonna work, okay? Who was that person? It was a team effort. Thank you, everybody, for helping. Yeah. All right. So again, these I cannot unsee these fingers. I might have to like put some extra. That looks terrible. I look like a KISS member. Thank you, Dio. That's right. Thank you. If it wasn't for me, then X-Wing could never have shepherded us to the rest of the mountain. I will say, as the Bible says, one obstacle, albeit an important one. Yeah. That's what's called teamwork. You know what? I believed in us. I believed in the impossible. And without somebody like me on your team, we never would have gotten to the top. Look, I gave you the stepping stone to lead us to success, but nobody talks about that. Nobody cares about that. They're all just like, X-Wing, he took the ladies on New Year's Eve, carried us to the top of the mountain. Without X-Wing, we would never have beaten it. Yeah. Nobody talks about Tabitha and the important role that she played in that stream. Nope. Hey, Americus, I see you. Hello. Scorp 12348. Hello. Yeah. One obstacle is all it took. Thank you. All right. So we'll have to figure out these eyes situation here. It's a little weird looking. Weird. But again, we're just kind of drawing to see where this goes. Just trolling Mando as usual. Do it. All right. Let me see. What else do I need? All right. So then, like, for the... I guess, really, I should have just drawn my own ears. And then, I guess if I wanted it to be authentic, I would have to then just draw the Navi ears, on the top. Like, with a headband. But we're not doing that here. We're just going to pretend like, maybe I just need to put like prosthetics on. We're having fun with it. It's okay. All right. So I'm not really, again, this is rough phases. Going to be eating. I don't know where the mouth is going to go. That's like way over. And the nose is like in the wrong spot. Oh, this is a different Raise the nose. So cute. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this. And so my plan is then also to put like chairs in the background and have like the glow of the movie, projector in the background. No. Credit. What's his name? X-Wing is right. Credit to where credit is due. He did definitely help take us, but it was a team effort. It was a team effort. None of us could have gotten anywhere without. That's a terrible eyebrow. My eyebrows are not shaped like that. I don't know why I did that. It's so cute. Which game are you talking about? No, it was called Chained Together. That's what started couples therapy for Nomi and I. That's where it all started. Lots of yelling. Okay, she coming along. Hang on, let's go here. Let's clean this up a little bit. Oops. Oh, she's so cute. Okay, then the hair. Like the Navis have like these weird braided things. I always do love me a good mohawk braid. But the problem is you won't be able to see like the rest of it. So I'm going to have to find a different, like, so it would have to be like, I'm by the way, I'm terrible at drawing braids, clearly. So it's like just the Navi appropriation right here. It was a learning experience. It was. Poor X-Wing and Sevi. Because we played with Sevi as well. And we just kind of were like, hey, you should totally play with us. It's so fun. Oh my gosh. And then it was like, all right, so then, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, how do you do like cornrow things? And then just have like, hair with the beads on it or something. So cute. So cute. You have Peak? Oh, Mando. Have you played it yet? Is it fun? Yeah, I don't really know what to do with this. Let me look at some of these avatar things. Because it's like, do I want to like fully turn myself into this avatar character? Or do I want to, excuse me, do I want to make it look like I'm cosplaying as this character? Like how, I probably will need to like erase some of the blue around the mouth of the character. So it's like, as she's eating, it's like taking it off, maybe? I'm not sure. Yes, the destroyer of friendships. All right, so this one has like a cool thing kind of like this. I mean, that's a really bad version of that, but something like this. And then has the braids. See, this is all new learning experience for Tabitha here on the Dream stream. Because I don't... Oh, okay. Here's the way you would do it, I guess, to make it like the hair's getting pulled back. But this still doesn't quite scream. I think this needs to be bigger. Same with these. Something like that. And then this would turn into... We're just going to do some really quickly concept art here. And I could put some, like, I don't know, feathers on it or something like that. Totally doesn't make sense at the moment, but it's something, you know? And just kind of like put some beads on it. I know it looks kind of weird right now, but I wonder, like, normally, and then just have like the hair, like, no. I mean, it's kind of cute. I would have to somehow have the hair. She's so cute. I love her. I'm not sure how. This is definitely something I'd have to study to make it look like individual hair here. Oh, and then she's supposed to have a tail. So I don't have a chair just yet. So, but like, I don't know what I would do with the tail. Hang on. We need a new layer. Just kind of get this idea going on. I'm not really sure. Oh, I know. Okay, hang on. I'm going to do this in a different color. So, let's see, hang on. So if her little backside is in the chair here, kind of thing. Because, I mean, you know, we're gonna sit in the them there fancy seats. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Perspective. It's in there somewhere. But if I have, yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to work on my perspective. But this is just an idea. You get the idea out there. You just brainstorm and then you fix it later. Wow, I hate this. Okay. I don't know why I can't do the rounded corners over here like I did. Okay, get rid of that. Clean that up so she doesn't look like she's bleeding. And then I think what I was going to do, I'll do this in a different blue so I can see it better. Like, no, hang on. Maybe I'll, oops. Bear with me here. I wonder if that translates well. I might have to switch it around, but I think the idea is that I think it would be really cute if her tail was holding up the beverage. Let me see here. I'm gonna need the big drink for this, so you know, something something like this I think would be fun. Does it totally make sense? Of course not. But I think it would be kind of fun. What do you guys think? Is that too much? Does it kind of take you away from the experience? I'm not really sure what else I would do with the tail. Let's see. You know, I think it'd be weird if it's just floating up in the ether doing nothing. unless I want to make it where the tail is like feeding her the popcorn, which I think is just kind of weird. I like the idea that she's like putting it, you know. I like the idea that her hand, because you know, the thing is too, I don't have to do this with the tail because of the fact that this isn't. It's I'm getting further away from me dressed as an avatar going to the films versus an actual avatar going to the films. We're having a problem. We're having a problem. Let me see something here. So something I kind of have to figure out. Copy. But this is good. So this is how I kind of start. You see the raw, rough edges of character design and creation. There's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of try this, try that, erasing. Sometimes it's just as simple as changing a shape, changing one line, increasing the size, decreasing the size, tilting to the left, tilt to the right. It's a lot of different things like that. But I think I'm going to need to tap out. I am going to post a link here. Do me a solid. Head over to Danny's channel, Comics and Everything, and just go in and say hi. Tell her I sent you. Maybe just keep her stream up for a little bit. You know, we're trying to help other people in their own artistic and creative journeys. And just tell her I said hi. Please hit the like button for her. It gets discouraging sometimes. I'm not saying she's discouraged right now, but it gets discouraging when you put a lot of heart and soul into something and YouTube's like, no, I'm going to make it harder for you. And so it is only because of amazing people like you that it is only amazing people like you that allow creatives and creators like me and like Danny to pursue dreams, to pursue the goals of the future. And Danny has worked really, really hard. I don't know actually how to raid. I'm going to have to figure that out. I don't know how to send you over to Danny's. That's why if you just click on her link, she does amazing in-depth analysis and behind the scenes. She is an uber nerd. Like, she just knows everything about everyone in the comic universe. Watch her videos. Like, she also gets amazing interviews with a lot of comic book and creators, cosmetic designers for the movies. She's met with people who have done the hair and makeup for The Mandalorian, and they give you a cool background story. She's met with people who worked on X-Men comic books and Neil, what's his name? Neil something from Face Off. She actually had him on her channel and interviewed him and his cosmetic amazing artwork that he's done for movies like Star Trek and many, many others. So it's definitely, she does the most amazing video. I'll never stop talking about it. The most amazing video about Wonder Woman and the beauty of the difference between, if you want to know why Hollywood sucks at writing female characters, watch this because it shows the beauty and the amazement of the differences between men and women, and why Wonder Woman will always be the standard, the epitome for female superheroes. So she does amazing analysis videos like that for our favorite comic book characters. You're going to love it. Danny's a wild card. Sometimes you just never know what you're going to get. Sometimes there's a bird on the screen. Sometimes there's a dog. Sometimes she has to handle family drama midstream. It's hilarious. Check out Danny. If she's not your cup of tea, totally fine. But at the least you can do is hit the like button on your way out for this channel and hit the like button over at Danny's channel. I will be back 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my gaming channel that's in the pinned comment for YouTube, and then also for Kick. Going to bring the golf tournament madness. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow morning with more artwork. I love hanging out with you guys, despite all the crap that I said before, where I say I wish I wasn't. Doesn't mean I actually don't. It's complicated. Look, okay, it's complicated. My spirit animal right there. Smeagol. I both love and hate the ring. It's just how it goes.
Oh no! Oh, it's so good! You're gonna have to try this.
You know, that's ghetto. You're supposed to be professional people here.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great Tuesday.
If I was watching this video, I would like it. I would like the video, and I would probably subscribe because this is so thoroughly entertaining and also well executed. It's a